Good morning, Fort Collins. It is May 6th, 2020, about 6:30 in the morning. Beautiful day coming. Hopefully more people start making their way out in Old Town, even if that is with wearing a mask in all buildings and public places. That's great. Hopefully business starts to resume as normal. And if we've got to make a little sacrifice by wearing a cool face mask, whatever. Jumping into today's bi-weekly analysis on the real estate market, we'll be tracking this. It's extremely important right now to be following this information data, looking at leading indicators and seeing what some trailing indicators are doing as well. So that being said, one of the things that's probably not too big of a deal right now is the fact that there was 105 new homes coming onto the market. There's been a lot of pent-up demand. A lot of properties were withdrawn off the market and now are making their way back onto the market. This is kind of a number that is pretty consistent with years past. Again, 475 and really 425 or 428, sorry, are both numbers that are generally what we've been seeing over the last month pre-corona. For the last 18 months at this 428 price. So the one thing that I would say is a little bit smaller than what is to be expected from last year is 61 homes. That's a 36% reduction during this time in 2019. So that is one number that says, hey, in reality, we were shut down for 30 days. There were people that were putting properties under contract, buying properties, closing, but there was still a major barrier of not being able to see properties and not be able to go through the normal process. So that number is to be expected, but it does coincide with the next number, which is 187 homes. And comparatively to 2019, that's 18% higher than we saw in 2019. So again, because we weren't able to close on homes, but yet people were putting properties on the market, we just had a big influx of 105 units. That number is a little bit higher than 2019, 18%, but in the grand scheme of things, still very, very low. From there, really the current days on market tell us that the properties that are on are moving. There's good turnover and nothing to be too concerned about there. And finally, the last piece that I do want to make mention is 46 days. Last year, there was, at this time, it usually took about 41 days to close. Again, one of the things that we've got to consider is the fact that for the last 30 days, we were pretty much shut down, not able to see property, and really unable to accommodate our clients to be able to process showings and contracts pretty normally. So this is our first 10 days back into the world. We've been released to a certain extent, but not fully. And all that being said, it'll be curious moving forward for the next few weeks to a month, because right now we've got excuses. Okay, we were shut down, so that's why there was only 61 properties sold. Okay, we were shut down, so that's why days on market went from 41 days in 2019 to 46 days in 2020. Median prices are staying strong. Median lists are staying strong. Okay, we had 36 properties that had a price reduction. Again, maybe it was because they just don't want to sit on the market. They want to sell a little bit higher than what we're expecting to see. But we're so early in the game. I had two conversations with investors yesterday that were really pretty eye-opening. One suggested when I said, hey, I think we're just in the first or second inning. hopefully we're in the 6th or 7th inning really, and then we're done with this. But as far as potential opportunities of investments go, I think we're in the 1st inning. And he kind of shot back to me and said, honestly, I don't even think the parking lots have arrived to the stadium. If there are opportunities, hasn't even began, the game hasn't even began to, shed light of what could happen. As well as the other investors said, if things are to happen, we're not going to be seeing opportunities for, a significant time. All that being said, Fort Collins market's still acting very strong. Numbers that we're going to want to watch are days on market and inventory, which currently days on market are still 46 days. Very, very healthy, meaning that generally a property is going to be on for about 10 to 15 days before it goes under contract. And 187 units, I think in reality, we need to be closer to about 600 for it just to be a healthy market generally. And once we start getting close to that number, really, I'll start raising the red flags once we eclipse 300, 350. That'll be signs that inventory is increasing. Prices are going to potentially start seeing some pressure. But for now, we've got a lot of strong information on our side saying that the real estate market should generally act relatively normally. In addition to getting a loan for 3.2%. is just amazing. So if you have not refinanced, go talk to your lender. If you're anything above a 3.7, 3.8%, it is just worth the conversation because you just don't know. Anyways, I hope that information helps as always. And last week it was a little bit of, or 2 weeks ago, there was kind of a screeching sound in the background. Hopefully these headphones and microphone help that. If you guys have any questions or would like to discuss anything further, feel free to direct message me, send me a text, give me a call. Be happy to talk to you guys about the market. Take care.